Welcome to the Click, Brand and Beyond podcast. I am Nisha Prakash.
And I am Anup Kurup.
Let's discuss the campaigns, strategies and tactics that makes marketing effective for small businesses in India.
We bring you the best practices to help you grow your brand and business using the latest tools and trends. Let's get started. Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back, Anu. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, it's not that we have waited for a week and not changed our dresses. That's not true. We're just continuing the recording because Nisha brought up such an interesting topic, Trideep, and I said, stop. We are not eating anything. We are not sleeping today till we talk about this. So, trainings as an industry, and more specifically, online trainings, which we have seen a lot of.
Which I have actually, I've had the good honor to be both of your student and amazing trainers, both Trudev and Anu. And I'll just take a minute to just tell the world about the courses that you run. Trudev runs an amazing generational AI, creative side, design thinking kind of courses, and I cannot tell you. I used to think that I have kind of arrived, but when I went to Tridip's class, I realized how little I knew, and there is so much to know, and especially with a teacher like him, the patient teacher like him, uh, it has been um, it has been an amazing journey, Tridip. And if you're going to start another class, please consider me in. The next level. Like I think I've done the beginners level, so intermediate and then advanced. And with Anup is again one of the trainers par excellence. He is an expert in automation, in you know building the systems and models for your business, and he has helped me build some, and I am using some of the models that he has built, with he's brilliant with that. But one other thing I want again the world to know is Anup is he can automate your entire LinkedIn and Instagram, etc., the content generation as well as the posting. So for people who are looking to I mean I sound like a fangirl, but for people who are looking to really be out there on social media, please get in touch with them.
Thank you, Nisha. On a lighter note, we have not paid Nisha.
No, no, no. I have paid them.
Thank you so much. But then it's very interesting, right? Because see, again, trainings and teaching people and spreading your knowledge. Um, I think I can also speak for Trideep. It is more from a desire to spread the knowledge, not to make it a business. Both Trideep and I, we have our own other businesses that we do. So trainings happen once in a quarter, once in a month, whatever the frequency might be. It is because there's something substantial that we feel others will benefit from, and maybe a YouTube video will not do justice to it. This may require 8-10 hours. So it's better to put together a small program, get a few people, maybe 10, 20 people into a room or online, and teach them that. It it's soul satisfying. But then the flip side of it is I also get FOMO sometimes when I see these trainers and coaches, and I don't know, they all call themselves coaches online, teaching 500 people at the same time, uh, teaching 20,000 people at the same time, apparently. And some people in doing courses that, I mean, at least adjacently aligned to what I am doing, and making that their livelihood. It's their livelihood. That's a central business for them. Or it's part of their funnel. Get people into a course, then a couple of them become consulting clients or something like that. But I'm seeing a lot of noise. How others are doing it is very interesting. I attend one or two so-called entry-level webinars every week, or at least once every
They are
fortnight.
waste of time, Anup, I have to say.
But I find it very amusing, and the reason is very simple. You get a lot of these ads on Instagram, right? And it's a one-click submission. Some are 99 rupees, some are free, some are 499 rupees, but the amounts are not large. But I just want to understand the funnel. What are they selling? How are they selling? Some of them are earlier it used to be 1 hour webinar. Now it's a 3 day, 2 hours every day type of webinar for 99 rupees. And day one is something adjacently substantial. You can take a few notes at least. Day two starts diluting down to their pitch. Day three is purely their pitch. And then they're selling you something else, right? Oh, 99 rupees to 15,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees or 3 lakh, whatever that might be. Okay, that's fair enough. You can't expect the world at 99 rupees. But that's what is happening. And in past 2 3 months I've attended webinars from who's who, big names. I'll not name them. I don't want to give free publicity. That's why. But then when you attend these, you also realize how poor the quality is, how poor the content actually is. And there are 500 people sitting in that webinar, 300 people sitting in the webinar. Most of them are very young people or very old people. It's a very interesting mix. Very few people might be in the middle ages or professionals, etc. They're either in their early 20s or past their 50s or 60s maybe, because you can see the gray hair and hunch and all that. It's very interesting, and most of these trainings are sold as revenue generators or career builders, become a millionaire type of trainings. Although what you're teaching is something coach the coach, or create a ad or something like that, right? But everything is about becoming a millionaire. False promises, false advertising. One chap said, hey, we'll use agentic AI to build your I don't know, coaching business or training business. And in 3 days, 6 hours, he spoke about agentic AI exactly for 3 minutes. And he made the mistake of showing a link. So I went inside the link, I reverse engineered, I figured out which actual tool he's using. The backend is some other tool, front end he has put his photo and all that, right? And it's very, there's a lot of falsehood there. There are a lot of sky high promises, and unfortunately it works. Seems like there are a lot of desperate people. But I would love to have Nisha and Trivedi, both your take on what is happening in the so-called training slash coaching industry in India. What is the substance that is being taught there? Would love to have an understanding from you.
So I'll go first because Ridev will come from a very different perspective because he himself is a trainer and a coach. I like to attend and keep myself updated with what is happening out there in the world, and the nature of such trainings are because they are short. They don't take a long time, and we kind of update our skills and our knowledge. Um, what I have also discovered is there are a lot of very good trainers who are really deep into their subject, but the best quality that they bring on the table, and I think what differentiates a good trainer from an average trainer is the fact that they love to teach. They're out there to share whatever they know and they learn and they have learned, and they're not holding back anything. In fact, they're just gushing out to give. And I think both of you were one such trainers, and that's why I loved, and I really enjoyed, and I will keep on coming back for more because it's a lifelong relationship, more like in a guru shishya parampara. You are here to give. So I think that is really important. Most of the trainers, they're just building their funnel. They will upsell, they will teach some, then they will hold back some, they will build courses that take it to the next level. It's not authentic, and they're just regurgitating the old gyan, especially business management, especially in how to run your business. They're not adding anything of the value. Everything is out there on the internet also. So I think for me that's a game changer.
Uh, Nicely put, Nisha and Anup. For me, I have a huge passion of teaching. Okay, I uh, think teaching as a very sacred, giving back to the society, a very very sacred deed in that way. Um, in today's world, and it is not only of India. What I have think is worldwide, everywhere there are lot of good. I don't want to name them again. Like Anu, there are a lot of good trainers, and then there are some good dream sellers, which they thrive on selling dreams to people, unnatural, over expected dreams to people. Everybody wants to be a millionaire, and their selling is not imparting knowledge to you. Their selling is how you can try to achieve your dream. It becomes more like an multi-level marketing. Okay, the entire purpose of imparting knowledge, growing your students, though, and creating a bonding between um, teacher and student for a lifelong learning, the respect. Teachers are considered as god, because they next to their parents they consider their teachers. Okay? And I have been brought up with that principles that ki whatever, see, a teacher at the same time should be knowing much more to give a good chunk of their knowledge to their students. It should not be आज मैंने ये सीखा इधर से, कल मैंने वो सीख लेके बिजनेस करूंगा. It cannot happen in that way. If you learn ABCD and you are teaching ABCD, then there is a problem. You are not a teacher. You are following a process to replicate that model and earn some money out of it. The main principles why even I have started, I will again not name that this thing, I'm starting a new academy on game designing and all these things, uh, where we will be teaching in-depth knowledge of game designing using AI. India's, most probably India's, the first AI powered game designing coaching. It is, are we not expecting money? Definitely we are expecting. We are trying to make it as a business. But first and foremost is what we are going to teach. We are not going to tell them that ki, you enroll now for 299 rupees or 499 rupees, and you will almost learn 80% of the thing, and then in the class, the first day, as Anup tells, the first 15 minutes, most probably I quick fire, I just create the magic and people are hooked, and then I start only selling you a community of people where if you join me, you will be part of that community, and each of these community people will be giving you business, and you show that these people have made such a huge business. I will take you to a cruise party, I will take you to a yacht party, and I will change your world. That is a different thing. That is not teaching. That is not teaching. That is not knowledge sharing. That is not building. That is making you rich in with a false promise. That is a basic difference, I see in today's world, and thousands and thousands of people are falling prey to that. Are everybody successful? I have spoken with a humongous amount of people who has actually got into the groups and all these things. They are forced, believe me, they are forced to give business to each other so that the community can grow. If they don't like, they are forced to come into a group, and every day they have to like the post of the group owner. If they don't like, they are actually literally threatened over calls that why you are. So that is, I don't think so, we are moving much away from real knowledge sharing.
Yeah.
Today, my main tools, my main tool is that my students refers my classes to others. My student, without any expectation from them, I don't pay Anup, but selflessly he tells about my classes to others. Somewhere I think deep core in their mind, they have thought in their heart that "Ki, yes, I got benefited from this course, and the other should there are people also who got benefited themselves, but they don't want to share it with others because they felt that I got the best of the training, why I should share it.
Yeah.
That also happens, Nisha. So training is that it's a different business altogether. People should not do business with training. No, I don't believe that they should do business. Absolutely they can do business, but business should not be the priority. Training and knowledge sharing should be the priority, and then they can do whatever they want to.
Yeah, so
Nobody is stopping.
uh,
Nobody is stopping you to do business.
Pradeep, just to address that, right? The morality of the business aside, how people are doing it. Again, judgments are fine. I mean, wrong, right. Who are we to judge? There's another factor which I always see. If you want to do training or slash coaching as the business, as your livelihood, you're earning your livelihood there, then you have to do the basics of marketing, right? You have to be known, be popular, etc., and do enough of public facing stuff to get the followership. And it's easy today because you have so many platforms, Twitter and YouTube and whatnot. And then you sell some courses on top of it. Makes a lot of sense. But what I've noticed is a lot of these trainers just have their photos on Instagram, etc., with awards and rewards and shows and whatnot, right? And they are not sharing anything in these places. Very, very little is being shared. LinkedIn might be an exception where a lot of people actually who are influencers are sharing a lot of knowledge, even in carousels and other things. They're giving away a lot. But the training businesses have an interesting another dynamic. The cultural dynamics is there in India, right? From childhood, we are taught knowledge is free. The more you share, the more it grows. Right? So a lot of people don't want to pay for knowledge; they want it free. So uh, there's a dilemma on the cultural aspect. There's a dilemma on catching the attention of the people. Okay, why will somebody come to my training if it's very ultra specific? That's why everybody is selling a become a millionaire. Apparently, becoming rich quick is a very big dream for everybody else. But the funny thing is, you can't become rich quick until unless you're scamming people or you're really adding value to people and doing that at scale. It's a business. It's a skill. You have to learn it. But the problem is, I see beyond the morality of this entire thing, beyond what is being taught. I'm also seeing it from the customer's perspective. Why is it that ultra special training, let's say a skill training like you provide, right, which is across 4 weeks, you're dedicating 2 hours every day, you're training people on so many tools, you're teaching them how to generate really high end images using AI, videos using AI, storyboarding using AI. These are actual skills that people can use in their business, their day to day. They come to your training, and I know the attendance, the number of people who come to the training is they are small batches. There are hundreds of people are not rushing in. At the same time, the demand for generative AI and AI training is so high. They see you're not doing it for free, they don't come to you. They see a ticket price that, and I still believe you undercharge for it, right? But you disagree with that. But they see that price and they run away, right? There are multiple factors for it. They don't know you, they don't appreciate you, they don't understand if you have the skills or not, they don't have the time to look at you. I've never seen this person, oh, somebody sent me this, why should I attend at this price? It doesn't make sense. There are a lot of factors like that, no denying it, right? But there's also a customer factor that low, first of all, the low trust because of these scam trainings, right? A lot of scam trainings. Second, low trust because I don't know you enough. Third, should I pay this much for this training when others are doing it for 99 rupees? Comparative pricing is there at 90, but they don't realize 99 rupees and 3 hours of your life is spent to learn nothing. Nisha, as somebody who attends training, what is your point of view? What makes you attend a training? Okay, you know me, you know Tridip for a while, right? And there's that trusted relationship is there. That's why you will attend a training. But let's say you are on Instagram or on Facebook or on YouTube or any other place, and you see an ad. What makes you attend the training?
So, Anup, I really don't go through the Facebook or Instagram app. My one thing is if somebody is referring, referrals are important because when people have experienced and then they refer me or something which is of interest to me, I think that is, that kind of pulls me in. And I can ask questions. Somebody will give a very first hand experience. They will share their first hand experience, and I'm able to ask questions. And also the trainer then seems more reachable because there is already a connect, and that's why I attend. And also, um, the topics, I will not go and attend a training on like any just generic, how to build your business, how to scale your business, how to grow your business. um, I would rather attend like specific things, like both of you offered very specific, selective, and not easy to find. I have not again come across the topic anywhere else apart from what we
Many times you don't
teach.
even know the topics that you are going to learn.
Exactly.
If you see in my training, and most of it, I like those training ads which Anup was asking, that what type of ads will draw you. I feel very attracted to those ads which actually very openly tells that these are the subjects I will be
I will.
covering.
Yeah.
Okay, and I can really pick and choose in those things. That yeah, and in today's world, Anup also attends a lot of workshops. I also still I we are learning. Okay, we understand those things that acha, these are the things might really add value to my this thing. There are so many trainings which I don't take the training, but I ask my
Hmm.
team members to take the training of the
Yeah.
same. This is really because I exactly know that these guys are covering these topics. It can
Topics.
be of graphic design, it can be of branding, it can be a
Hmm.
marker. Many times, being a marketing person, also I don't have the time to really sit and teach each of my team members. Okay,
Hmm.
sometimes they join me in the groups when I am teaching, but that is very important, that what you are openly telling, that these are the things I will be
Exactly.
covering in this amount of hours, which is very important. Okay. And Anup also has told me that Tridik, the amount you are charging is not about the uh, time you are spending with them or the subject you are covering with them. It is also about the experience that you bring
Hmm.
on the table. That yes, this guy has this experience and he has
Experience.
built up brands using
Yeah.
these tools, using these
Yeah.
principles. So why don't we learn from them? But I somehow feel that still people have to understand the value of the thing. And I am seeing day in day out 20 people, 25 people, all are really Tridip sir bolo kabhi chalu karna hai and all these things, and when actually they have to take the call, they go back.
Hmm.
Is it not the transparency? I am all totally transparent about the price and everything. From day one they are knowing that I am
Hmm.
charging this amount. I somehow feel that decision taking time is it's slow. They will
Hmm.
take. They feel that it is not the opportune moment or the night, not the right moment to jump into taking
Into the
this
training.
action.
Yeah.
You cannot force people in that doing
Hmm.
that. You
Hmm.
can force people with that when you add a timer, time running up, and all those things.
Yeah.
If you don't take these things, ek din mein up, you will be
You lose
pauper.
out.
You will not become a millionaire.
Way, by the way, these time running out, false urgency,
Hmm.
is one of the 9 patterns, 9 or 10 patterns identified by the government of India
Hmm.
as
Scheming.
no, dark or gray practices for
Great
sales,
practice. Yes,
online
yes,
sales,
scheming. Yes.
SaaS, e-commerce, etc.
Yeah.
You cannot give false urgency. You cannot do false advertising. You sell something, you say something, and you sell something else.
Yeah.
And recently, I became the victim of a tactic. I'm calling myself a victim here because there's this trainer who somehow has scraped millions of phone numbers. I don't know how he has managed. And one day I got a WhatsApp message, because you get these WhatsApp messages, right?
Hmm.
Hey, your registration is confirmed. Training starts at 7 p.m. I'm like, which registration? Because I register myself for so many trainings too.
Hmm.
I thought I did not remember what it was. And I clicked and I opened the window and the training is going on. And this fellow, and I know it's a video he's playing. It's not the person, right?
Life. It's
It's not
not the
live.
life.
He's playing a video and he's got a mind map. He's opening each and everything and explaining everything, how the business is built, how to find a niche. It's all generic nonsense.
Yeah.
How to find the niche, how to do this. I mean, if he was actually practicing, if he was a consultant actually helping people, he would realize how difficult it is.
Hmm.
Right? Then about 45 minutes after this thing is played, so it was kept on the side. My phone was on the side and I was busy with my work and I was paying little attention. He comes on live saying, "Oh, that was my AI avatar." I know that that was not an AI avatar. That was you recorded and displaying it. I know that, right? And then he talks about some. um, WhatsApp tool through which you can implement everything. And then he says, hey, buy my this package, I will help you implement this. Buy my that package, I will help you implement. It's a 2.5 hour training, he's so-called training he's giving. There's no substance.
That is another. That is that is the thing. That is a, what shall I say? It's like people who have not done that. I will not go and learn. Like if you were not a Gen AI expert, I would not have come to learn from you because I've seen your body of work. I did my own research and I know what you're saying comes from your experience and like real life, real world knowledge. And same with you, Anu. So one, this is how I choose who should I go to, because I would like to look at their body of work. It is very important. If they have not done this, they
Yeah,
do not know the risks,
follow
the
what you
challenges.
preach. It is very important.
Yeah,
Follow what
yeah.
you preach. If you don't have your own portfolio or
Hmm.
body of work, how the trust will grow?
Will
How
grow
the trust will grow?
exactly.
So it is very interesting. I attended another workshop, and there's this enthusiastic kid, who is just going on and 3 days, right, two hours each day, and I mean, very nice presentation, very nice pitching, and he's got his shirt button open, and his hair is frizzy, and he's
Yeah.
sweating, and there's a whiteboard behind, and he's writing, and he's given some workbooks and all that, very polished. On
And
second day,
gym
he
and gym body, huh? It
no,
should be
not
gym
gym
body.
body, not the gym body,
So
but
now
see,
nowadays that has also been an added this thing,
this
huh?
fellow
That
is
Hmm.
we
selling. This is
have
the guy who was selling AI agentic thing, right?
three buttons of the shirt should
No,
be
nothing
the
like that.
muscle coming.
But he was the one selling AI agentic and all that.
Okay,
Very interesting, right? I mean,
I
it's all
understood. Okay, go ahead.
now. The thing is, on the second day, it slipped from his mouth because first day he was like, "My experience, I have suffered, I have done this, I have done that." Looked like a young guy. I did not
Hmm.
could not guess the age. But on the second day, I am 21 years old. Do you know how much I have suffered?
What?
So he's a 21-year-old business coach.
No, no. Sometimes the
Oh, there are life
people,
coaches also who are 18 years old, by the
18
way.
years old,
and not only
yes.
that, boss, they had faced such a bad time in their life. 3 days they have to sleep in their Audi.
My
They,
God,
yes, inside their Audi.
three
Three
days.
days they had to sleep inside their Audi.
And
There's
why
in
was that?
Sapa,
That's the suffering they had.
their suffering they had. They had to sleep inside their
They
Audi,
they
and
could
they
they
was
could not get the
crying like
5 star,
crazy.
and they refused to
Yes,
go
yes,
anywhere
they
else. So,
because their card didn't work and
uh,
their papa didn't give the card. And so had to
no,
see.
okay. I mean,
So
ju-
that those things are
Sad.
judgments and all
please
that.
please
It's
please cut slip these things off.
no, that's fine. It's see the thing is, yes, if you
Yeah.
have a lot of people, and there will always be people who want to get rich, right? Get rich
Yeah.
quickly, earn so
I
money.
have seen one thing. I will just add: the people who really suffers in life, they
They
do
never
the things
talk
with a
about it.
smiling face.
Yeah.
Am I not suffering? I don't know about Anup. Are you not suffering? We all suffer. Okay,
Anup is not
but
suffering.
huh,
He
No,
but
I've
stands
been
out.
I've been with you guys for about 2-3 hours now. What do you think my
and now
status
you
right now?
are, yes, absolutely. So we all suffer, and we are. I am 52. Anup is 28. Nisha
I'm
is
not
again
telling.
18, and all these things. So
Uh-huh.
आप लोग
My
uh,
son is going to be 18 next year. Please.
so you can understand that कि हम लोग इतना साल में क्या क्या सफर किया होगा.
True.
बहुत सफर किया है अभी.
Huh, but
I came
we
from my
we
washroom till
cannot
here, so
craft
it's
that
a lot of
suffering
suffering.
story
Into
to create the
yeah.
soft spot
No,
and then sell
but
our
then you're not selling that, right?
You're
I'm
not
not
selling
selling that.
that.
I
Yeah.
mean, I was scolded. I think Nisha scolded me, and another person scolded me. The workshop is starting. It's a 2.5 hour workshop, and it's a workshop. I don't do courses. It's a workshop. It's
Hmm.
practical, hands on, and people are. I mean, for 2 days, their head will be dizzy after the workshop because there's so
Hmm.
much that's being taught. I don't even introduce myself many times. I just launched straight into it.
Into
Thank you
the
for
thing.
attending. Tuck, 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 tuck.
Yeah.
And then Nisha one day said, "You know that people who attend, not all of them know you, right? You should introduce yourself." I said, "Ah, yeah, okay." But then, so how do you bridge the gap, right?
Yeah.
But Nisha, I also didn't introduce myself in the class
No, but we
because
all
we
know
are
you.
mad people, I guess. we don't, because I think we always feel that कि यारे ये LinkedIn से आया होगा
हाँ,
तो मेरे बारे में कुछ
कुछ
पढ़
ना
के ही
कुछ
तो,
जानता है.
Then,
See, so
but
that
that is a
is,
wrong thing actually,
hmm,
Anup.
you should
We should
attend,
see,
think
you should
about it.
some of the
introduce.
things, polish and all that is great. I'm not denying. But then, training as a business in India, I think, is still scraping at the bottom of the barrel. You know, it's like, oh, you so okay, human this thing, right? There are four things you can always sell:
Yeah.
health, wealth, spirituality, relationship,
Hmm.
and above all this, happiness, right? So when I say, so you can say health, it could be mental, physical, sexual, etc. You can sell how to get rich quick, or preserve your wealth, or invest more, stock market and all that. Hilarious thing, right? In India, people who teach stock market earn more by their trainings than actual stock market. We have seen enough scams of that. The third thing about
And
relationship,
many people have been banned by SEBI
yeah, yeah,
throughout their life now.
yeah. Apparently, in India also, you have these scamsters who tell you how to date better, and how to find girls or guys and all that. Apparently, in
And
India,
they are
that is all.
single.
Yeah, they are single. Yeah. So, and the final thing is spirituality, right? And enough and hundreds of scams are there in India of gurus and babas and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into it. But the whole point is, training as a business in India has stayed at this level. And I think it's a bottommost level at which you can, talk to people. There are very few people who actually rise above this. In health, for example, there are enough and more scamsters, bodybuilders and all that, who will teach you this technique, sell you supplements and whatnot, right? That's one set of people, because that's a crowd you can attract. Wealth, this, but actual skills, right? Like you had
Real
that
world
Apache
skills.
and
Yeah.
NIIT, etc. in 90s, right, where you could go and learn computer skills, etc. Majority of them have shut down today. Some of them have graduated to cloud based, and they are called technical training, right?
Yeah.
And
Because Anup, they have not built a personal brand. See, for any trainer, I think even if it's a small community, let's say 10 people who need to know you should know you.
but let me ask you this question.
No, I
I have a question,
huh,
sorry.
huh.
Three, me, you, all of us have our own businesses, our own setups that we run.
Yeah.
Training is an additional thing. My question has always been, do I brand myself as a trainer? I don't want to, because that's one of the things I do because of my interest, right? But what I do is mostly, I help experts transform their expertise into a growing business. I mean, if I were to distill what I do, you know, it's there's a lot of arms
Exactly
and
the same thing I have in my LinkedIn bio. I'm not claiming there that I am a trainer. I'm a
yeah,
mentor. That is maybe the last point or something in knowing me about us. But the thing is that what exactly Anup is saying, that we have our own business. We have a secondary this thing. Training is our way of giving back to the society in a different way, or I we are enhancing people's business in some way or the other.
yeah.
Okay. uh, would we love to call ourselves as a trainer? We would love that respect maybe and the love maybe, but that is not the first thing that we will require. For us, we have our own business to look after. That is the first thing. If that fails, then people will not give the respect also. खुद का business को खड़ा नहीं कर पाएगा, वो क्या train करेगा? It's as simple as that.
As
It
simple as
works in that way. Okay. And believe me, you cannot uh, think of this thing also, that how people thinks, how complex people thought process can be. If you are running a business and you are director now to some other companies, the first thing that people think is that this person has actually stopped his business and now he is doing a job somewhere else. They don't think is simply that boss, this person can run a business and still can be a director to multiple companies. Okay,
No, so the mindset issue is one of the aspects of training. But I also think that, um, there are good trainers, and in India there
they're
are good
really good
trainers,
trainers, huh?
right?
And
And
they're also very selfless trainers, very good
yeah,
selfless
a lot
trainers.
of them are there, right?
Hmm.
So I think one of the ways, and this is just a solution I'm suggesting, right, is being out there. This is something which I want to practice more of, giving it all away. People used to say give 10%, keep 90% with you. I'm going to reverse the trend. I'm saying that, I'm going to give 99.9999% of what I know, because rest I may accidentally not even remember to give away. That's my
Mm.
problem. but but I'll just put it all on YouTube and other places.
Yeah.
I mean, some of this is complex, some is simple, and
Mm.
everything, whatever I want to train, I'm going to put it out there in
You
public.
know,
People,
na, I already have a YouTube channel by the name Learn with Tridip. So
yeah,
that is up there.
yeah,
I have a different thought process.
Approach.
I don't know, which I have never discussed with you guys. And since this entire discussion of this thing happening, I really, this is a long time thought that is there in my mind, and I really want to have this thing achieved. That can we create a community in LinkedIn, purely a close community in LinkedIn, where we have selfless trainers for various subjects. We will only attract people who are selfless trainer, who really mean training as a knowledge transfer. It's a sharing of knowledge and not a business. If you can create and grow this community, believe me, we will do business in a different way altogether.
sounds interesting. We should explore that later. But anywho, I think we have discussed, touched upon a lot of things, right?
Hmm.
And audience is already confused. So, so let's go to Nisha and please summarize. Please help us close this episode.
So I know a wonderful training session. I mean, sorry, wonderful session, and I personally believe that becoming, learning from a professional or learning from a person who has experience in that particular subject really adds value. And we constantly, as individuals, on a personal level, also on a professional level, we need to keep on upskilling ourselves, keep on updating ourselves with what's happening in the world. And we can't just do it all by ourselves, because who's going to answer the questions? Even though there are so many courses just lying on the internet, but personally I feel it is always better to learn from a teacher, or a trainer. It is also very hard to find an authentic trainer. So my the way I keep on repeating it, the way I look at it is, I look at their body of work, and if I'm learning from them, then definitely there is something to learn, because they have been there, done that kind of, they're in that place. So I believe that the way that we are, in the world that we are living, where the technology is changing so fast, at least for me, what is relevant is that I need to keep on learning and upskilling myself. And I honestly feel the training programs that a lot of people offer these days are relevant, and you guys are definitely one of them. AI and Gen AI is the thing, and there are not very many practitioners in India right now. People who have literally tinkered with the technology, and they have, built their own models and systems. And but it is hard to find, and there are so many little other things associated with it. um, Most of the people don't want to commit to a longer session. Let's say if it runs for 6 weeks or 8 weeks, sometimes, small format like workshops work better. Even if it's a big training program, uh, making it smaller into bite size weekend or weekend kind of thing, that might also help. So that is one thing. Pricing, I really don't think people who want to invest in themselves, for them, it is an
They
issue.
think about pricing. Yeah.
They don't think about pricing. It is really not, and it is not like a college degree program where you actually end up shelling so
People
much.
don't ask for a certificate also from me. Okay,
Yes,
because they are so focused.
yeah.
मुझे सीखना है
मुझे
certificate and all these
exactly
things,
उसका तो,
because these are already arrived people. They have done
yeah,
something from
done something.
Prashant, for example. He sits
Exactly.
very coolly over there. Vikram
Hmm.
sits very
Yeah.
coolly over there. But
And
why?
there are, busy people, like they're
They
running
are
their
big
businesses,
shots. They are
they're
big
big
shot
shots.
people.
It's,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, right? I
so
mean,
there is a huge market. That's what I'm going to say.
knowledge acquisition versus
Huh.
selling. So there are two
Dreams.
aspects.
Two aspects, yeah.
I do training so that others can learn and
Learn,
implement and improve
exactly.
their life, improve their businesses.
Yeah.
Some other trainers train so that they can improve their lives, right? So
Right.
is a
That is
directionality of
that is also not bad. ठीक है?
Huh.
directionality
Every
of where the improvement happens kind of
Improvement
dictates the
happens. Yeah.
approach, right? But of course, there are issues of false advertising, false promises, and I believe that is something that needs to be called out.
Yes.
And hopefully, we all can together benefit the our target audiences better than we have been doing.
I think the time has come to create a community of selfless trainers, which I think which will make the world a much more better place. At least the world of learning a much better place.
And
Sounds like a
Uh,
fun.
plan.
And
Yeah.
fun.
and
All
fun.
right. Anyway, so good discussion, right? We will hold Tridi back, and he will be in his you know
Elements.
cage till the next episode, right?
Oh my
I
god.
hope to bring. I hope we can bring back Tridi again, right? But
Yes.
fantastic discussion today, and this is something which is very close to my heart, and hopefully the audience will also resonate with it and would love to have their opinions about this too.
Yes.
Thanks.
And that is it for this episode. I'm Nisha Prakash. You can find me at LinkedIn and my website nishaprakash.com.
And I'm Anup Kurup. You can find me at LinkedIn and my website, anupkurup.com. We will see you in the next exciting episode of Click, Brand, and Beyond.